Alright guys, hello, it's David here, and welcome to my video. I'm gonna show you a few things, and you're gonna wonder those things, and I'm not gonna tell you any more other than that, alright? I'm not. But here's what I'm gonna tell you, okay? Alright, so you know Jesus, right? Jesus? Yeah. Do you know him? Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut the chase here. I'm going to show you some images of Jesus, and I'm going to show you an image that Colton Burpo saw. And I'm going to show you that I can fit my head in the statue of David and the portrait of the Shroud of Turin of Jesus. Okay, so in order to do that, I'm going to have to pull up some stuff. But I'm going to also show you the mark that I have on my stomach. It's my side. Yeah, it's side. I don't understand something about it. It's not a birthmark. It's not anything. You know how Jesus died? Yeah, you see that? You know how Jesus died? Well, let me tell you something a little bit about that, okay? Let me tell you a little bit about that. Alright, so this little mark that I have on my stomach, I'm going to show you right now, because it's pretty serious. Somebody's coming. Alright, so let me show you real quick, okay? Do you see it? See that little mark right there? I don't know if you see that. Do you see that little mark? Right there. See that? See that little oval right there? Do you see that? Pretty amazing, right? Alright, do you see it? See that little mark right there? Alright, one sec. Shoot. Okay, let's see. Let me show you real quick, a little close. Alright, do you see that mark? You see that mark right there? It's right there. See that? Right below, right beside the belly button. Do you see that? Alright, I don't know where that came from, but I do have a clue where that came from, but I'm not going to tell you that clue because I have secrets that I haven't been telling you. Alright, so, yeah, so... Alright, so, I'm going to show you a couple of more things. I'm going to show you me in the statue of David. This is where it's going to get a little bit off topic. But then you're really going to understand why David wrote these Psalms. You're really going to understand that. You are going to understand that. Alright? So, nowhere in Psalms is Jesus mentioned. But David wrote these Psalms. David was following these Psalms, well, probably because David wrote them. And it was supposed to happen that way and all that. You know that, right? Yeah. But what I'm trying to tell you here is, this little Antichrist thing that's going on, I don't really agree with it. I don't. Because it was made up by the Pharisees. Yeah. You do know that, right? It was made up by the Pharisees. It's a false doctrine. Alright? The final Antichrist is a false doctrine. There is no final Antichrist. The only final Antichrist there is Satan. But Satan's not going to come as an angel or in the flesh. He's going to come as a serpent. But a lot of you don't know that because it hasn't happened yet. It hasn't. But we're just going to have to wait and see what happens, right? Yeah. Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm not the serpent. So, there's no possible way that whoever is in heaven can turn me into one. Because I know that for a fact. Now I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm holy. And when you're holy, you can't be turned into a serpent. When you're dedicated to God, you're really, really dedicated to God, you really, really love God, you're dedicated to Him. You're holy. But I'm going to tell you one thing, alright? Always give God the glory for everything. Even when you're eating, always give God the glory. Always say this prayer, the Lord's Prayer. Alright, let's see how this goes. Alright, one second, let me think about it. Oh shoot, I got a whole library full of it in my head. Whew. Golly, it's foggy. Really foggy. Yeah. But I'm still trying to remember everything. It's so hard because it's like I spoke another language back in the day. And I'm learning an entirely new language, and that's where it gets tough, alright? However, God was manifested in Jesus. Jesus is not God in the flesh. He is God. He is this. He is a man with God manifested in him, making the Son of God. Right? He's not God in the flesh. I don't know how many times I'm going to tell you that, but he's not. Jesus would perfectly live a sinless life, right? That means that he makes no mistakes. He can argue with any mistake he makes and get over it. Yeah, so yeah. If anybody's going to tell you anything, it's going to be whoever's going to tell you it, alright? So, I'm not Satan. Alright? I'm not Satan. In fact, let me tell you why. Alright? Let me tell you why. I'm going to look up something on the internet, and this is the first thing I'm going to do, okay? I'm going to tell you if Jesus was beautiful or not. Do I look beautiful to you right now? No, I don't. I look like a drunkard. Because that's what the Bible says, right? That David looked like a drunkard. You're the song of the drunkards. Yeah. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. I've been made the song of the drunkards. Yes. That means you look like a drunkard. You've been made the song of the drunkards. You don't really look beautiful. Yeah. Get what I'm saying? Jesus wasn't beautiful. He was made the song of the drunkards. That's what one of the Psalms of David says. That's what David said. I have been made the song of the drunkards. Jesus didn't say that. David did. But David knew he was going to say that. Because the Lord was with him. Understood? Understood? Alright, so now you get where I'm coming to, alright? I'm gonna warn you on something, okay? You do not know who Jesus is. You don't. So I'm gonna go ahead and encourage you what he really, really looks like, alright? And I'm not gonna just go ahead and tell you, oh, I'm Jesus Christ, because I'm not risking that, alright? Okay? Because I'm gonna tell you one thing, alright? Whoever you think Jesus Christ is, you might want to think twice, alright? Because I'm going to tell you what Jesus Christ really looks like. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and look up on the internet, is Jesus Christ beautiful? Alright? That's all I have to do. Look up, is Jesus Christ beautiful? Is Jesus, oh shoot. Is Jesus Christ beautiful? Alright. Alright, so, is Jesus Christ beautiful? Let's see. Alright, one sec. Alright. Alright, so, here we go. Isaiah, oh shoot. It didn't work out so well. Alright. Now, it doesn't say that Jesus Christ wasn't beautiful. It doesn't say that. It said that he was not attractive. Alright, do you understand that? He looked like a drunkard, right? Jesus Christ looked like a drunkard. That's why Jews go around saying, oh, I don't believe in Jesus Christ. He looks like a drunkard. Well, what they do not know is that this drunkard is actually King David, and they went against their own people. Do you understand that? Yeah. So, I'm going to tell you why. Okay? I'm going to tell you why. Alright? I'm going to make this video full. You're going to understand everything. Because it's going to come right to your brain instantly. You're not going to like it. You're going to hate it. You're going to hate me for the rest of your life. You know that? But I'm going to tell you one thing. It was worth it. Alright? It was worth it. Alright? I'm going to tell you that. Okay? So this is really, really important. And I'm going to tell you everything. Okay? So let's go ahead and cut the chase. Let's stop talking. Alright? So, Jesus Christ was... Let's see. Okay, alright, okay, let's see. Jesus was not beautiful. Alright. You believe our message into whom has the arm of the Lord being revealed. Okay, yeah, this is Isaiah 53. Jesus, grew up before him like a tender shoot, and like a root out of the dry ground. He had no beautiful or majesty to attract us to him, nothing in his appearance that we should desire him. He was despised and rejected by men, a man of sorrows, and familiar in suffering, like one whom men hide their faces. He was despised, and we esteemed him not. That's why you don't hide your face from me, because, yeah, it's gonna look like I'm gonna deceive you, but that's why you hide your face from me, right? Yeah. Alright. Okay, let's see. And he was pierced for our transgressions, and he was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was upon him, and by his wounds we are healed. We all, like sheep, have gone astray. Each of us have turned to his own way, and the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all. He was oppressed and afflicted. He was oppressed and afflicted. Oh my gosh. Like, really. Yeah, he did not open his mouth. He was led like a lamb to the slaughter. Hello?
Hey, you straighten up this room?
I'm trying to make a video.
You still making that video? I think it's more important that your room is cleaned up.
Not right now. I'll clean it after I make this video, okay?
Okay, make sure you get it done, okay?
Okay. Alright, so, yeah. That's what I'm saying. About oppression and judgment, he was taken away, and who can speak of his descendants, for he was cut off from the land of the living. he was cut off from the land of the living. Which means, oh my gosh, for the transgression of my people he was stricken. He was assigned a grave with the wicked and with the rich in his death. Though he had no violence, nor was any deceit in his mouth. Wow. Oh my gosh. This is everything I'm going through right now. Don't you understand that? Everything. But you're not going to like that. You're going to hate that. And as a sheep before her shears is silent, so he did not open his mouth. By oppression and judgment he was taken away. And who can speak of his descendants? For he was cut off from the land of the living. For the transgression of my people he was stricken. He was assigned a grave with wicked and with the rich in his death, though he had done no violence, or was any deceit found in his mouth. Yet it was the Lord's will to crush him and cause him to suffer. And though the Lord makes his life a guilt offering, he will see his offering and prolong his days, and the will of the Lord will prosper in his hand. He had no beauty or majesty to attract us to him, nothing in his appearance that we should desire him. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, yeah. Yeah. Was Jesus ugly? Let me look at that. This is Isaiah. Okay, one sec. Alright, what did Jesus look like? Okay. What did Jesus really look like? Okay. Novelist, scriptwriters, casting directors, I pick what on our interest. Jesus may be one of the best known and most talked about people of ancient history. What did Jesus look like? In the Biblical Archaeology Review article, painting of a portrait of Jesus were published below. D. Moody Smith examined the difficulties in answering this question. Many ancient Z. Moody Smith. When was this made? Okay. Alright, D. Moody Smith examined the difficulties in answering this question. Many ancient accounts of a person's life give us a hint of the person's physical appearance. For example, the Old Testament tells us that King David was ruddy and handsome, but the New Testament never goes near the question, what did Jesus look like? Actually, as Smith pointed out in this article below, don't know much about the personal life of Jesus either. We're given some insight into his family. The Gospels name his mother and his brothers, including James, who became a leader of the first century church in Jerusalem, and mention unnamed sisters. John 1:45 refers to Jesus as son of Joseph, though after nativity narratives, Joseph isn't mentioned as a player. Alright, let's see. Let me catch my breath. Some of Jesus' followers were women, including Mary Magdalene. The Gospel of John implies a close relationship, including her role in the resurrection story. Was Mary Magdalene the wife of Jesus? Was as envisioned by Nikos Kazantzakis? Yeah, okay. In the Last Temptation of Christ and Dan Brown in the Da Vinci Code, most Jewish men would have been married. But it seems not likely for Jesus' contemporary John the Baptist, and Apostle John writes that he was single. So Jesus being single and celibate was very possible. In the Roman catacombs, we see our first representations of Jesus. But could they at Rome know the answer to the question, what did Jesus look like? There he was depicted as a beardless shepherd. A beardless shepherd. A beardless shepherd. Oh, wow. Alright. I'm 21 years old and I'm beardless. Oh, that makes me feel so much better. Oh my gosh. Yay. Alright, now you know who this is, that Colton Burpo scene, right? Painting of Jesus by Colton Burpo. Alright, does that look like a Bedless Shepherd? I mean, I know he's actually, maybe 33 years old, but, yeah. He's 33 years old, right? Yeah. So, what doesn't make sense is this actually him? Or am I just dreaming? Am I just going on about this for no reason? Because that's what I see. You know what I mean? Right? That's what I see. But I don't even know this man. You know, I don't even know this man. Now, as far as I'm concerned, is this actually Jesus? Because, as you may know, people have died and see this man, and he's let atheists in there that were going to heaven. But, as far as I'm concerned, Christians were going to hell, even though they were doing the right thing, and they were following Christianity, yet they were being sent to hell. But let me tell you the reason for that. Because when you worship Jesus Christ, you're straying away from God. The real God, the true God that made you. The Father, not the Son, but the Father. You worship the Father before you do the Son, alright? But you should not worship the Son. You know that, right? You shouldn't. You believe in the Son, right? But you don't worship Him. You worship God and God only. You understand that? You believe in Christ, whom worships the God of heaven. Christ is Messiah, right? Yeah. So the Messiah is the transition of life, right? So, yeah. So, I'm going to give you some understanding on this. I'm going to tell you why this is not the real one. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and continue on to the second thing. So that's what they say in Jesus Christ looks like, right? I'm going to go ahead and save the image, and I'm going to go ahead and make the image go even further, okay? Alright, so that's the picture of Jesus Christ that people have come up with. So that's him, okay? That's the picture of Jesus Christ. So I'm going to show you some real footage of Jesus Christ. Now, you're not going to like this. You're absolutely going to hate this. You're absolutely going to hate this. Alright? You are going to hate this. Alright? When you see this, you're not going to like it. Alright? So, I'm going to continue on with this, and then you're really going to understand. Alright? Alright, so I'm going to show you the Shroud of Turin. Okay? The Shroud of Turin. I'm going to go ahead and extend my camera, and I'm going to go ahead and dim that out. Alright, so this is the Shroud of Turin. Let me go ahead and show you that. That's what it looks like. Alright, so that's the Shroud of Turin, alright? What I'm going to do is I'm going to fit my head in this. And I want you to see that I can do this, alright? Do you see my face? Do I look like this picture? Do I look like this picture? Exactly identical. You see that? Exactly identical. So, and I showed you the scar on my stomach, which isn't necessarily the stomach, because the stomach is the upper part. Down there is the side. That's the side. But he was already bleeding on the cross. So after he got the bleeding, they took the rest of the blood out of him. They go ahead and stab a spear or whatever they did, a lance inside of his side. It wasn't necessarily this side or that side or whatever side that was on there. It was below the stomach. That's the side that it's talking about. But as far as I'm concerned, he was pierced on his wrist. Now, I do have a little spot there, but as far as I'm concerned, I don't even know this. So, in fact, I'm taking my shoes off real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and look at my feet. So, let's see. far as I'm concerned, I see nothing. Oh yeah, I do see something. Let's see. Oh, I see it now. Alright, so I see a little brown spot here. I see it now. Now, these are not birthmarks. I'm going to tell you that. These are not birthmarks. But, yeah, so you already know what I'm talking about, right? So, if you're talking about Satan, you don't understand something here. You know that, right? You don't. You don't understand something. What you're not understanding here is that when you have something like that, once you die like that, you don't get to keep your wounds when you come back. You don't get to keep the ones that you had before, but you get to keep the ones that you had when you died. Yeah. It's the thing, you know that? That's the thing. So I'm going to go ahead and expand this image. I'm going to go ahead and put that right there. And I'm going to go ahead and put the filter on this image. I'm going to set it at 50 opacity. I did some study on this. Alright, so let me go ahead and bring that up a little bit. Alright, do you see that? In fact, I'm going to go ahead and make this full screen real quick. I'm going to go ahead and lock everything. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this image right there, video capture and display capture. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and do full screen projector. Display. Alright, so here we go. You see that? That's really loud. Kind of hard to do, if you know what I mean. It's opposite side, you know. Let me go ahead and make this a little bit visible here. I'm gonna set this to 80. I know it's a little bit too much. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm gonna set this to 70. Alright, so now let's try 60. How about that? 60 probably best. Ah, that's better. Let's try that. Hello?
You're recording your video.
Yeah,
How
still
long
on.
it's gonna take?
I'm doing something.
I understand that. Still need to wash your clothes.
Okay, I already washed them. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna take a screenshot of this, okay? Alright, so let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and fit it in there quick. So let me go ahead and do this real quick, right? How about that? Let me go ahead and dim the image a little bit more here. Let's go and try 40. A little bit less. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and make this full screen projector. Oh shoot. What was that all about? I did that wrong. Okay, alright, that's a little bit weird. Let's try. Okay, there we go. That's it. That's not very good. Let's go ahead and brighten up the image here. Okay. Let's try 45. How about that? That's not good enough. Let's try 55. Alright, this is probably much better now. Hello? Ma'am?
David, do you have an iPhone?
Yeah, I do.
Can you charge my phone some? It's
Yeah,
about to
sure.
die.
Yeah. Here.
Here, you can just, or you got a block to go to it.
Yeah. Right here.
All right. I'm gonna be up here teaching Regine something.
You have an iPhone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Excuse me on that. That was somebody. That was my friend. Okay. All right. Let's see. Kind of hard to do because it's the opposite side, and I'm used to being in a mirror. You know how that is, right? Oh shoot. Okay. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Alright, so let's see how that went here. Let's see. Let's go to the downloads. Let's go ahead and go to pictures. Alright, here we go. Screenshots. Alright. Here we go. Alright, do you see that? Perfect fit. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same with other image here. I'm going to go ahead and go to the portrait of Jesus Christ here. Portrait of Jesus Christ. Oh, dang it. Why? What was that all about? Golly. Now, let's just try the Wi-Fi, okay? Is that okay? Yeah. There, how about that? And that's better. Okay. Portraits of Jesus Christ by Colton Burpo. Okay, alright, so I'm gonna show you this real quick, alright? This is what everybody thinks is Jesus Christ. Well, he's been sending Christians out because people believe in that this man is Jesus Christ. It's not because of anything else. It's because they believe this man is Jesus Christ. Honestly, you could have a totally different name. This doesn't necessarily mean that this man is Jesus Christ. What Colton Burpo may have seen may have been a total lie, because you're not understanding something about this. What Satan is going to come in the clouds of heaven is going to deceive many. He's going to deceive many. And it already says that. It already says that Satan will come in the clouds of heaven and he will deceive many. Okay. Now here's what I'm going to tell you. Okay. Let me go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and turn the video capture, turn the video capture device off and the display capture, and I'm going to show you this little portrait of Jesus Christ. I'm going to go ahead and pull up another image here. Alright, so I'm going to pull up another image here, and alright, I'm going to take this right here and I'm going to put it in the background of this little image right here. Okay, let's see. This is where it's going to get pretty messed up. It's going to really confuse you, because what you're not going to understand here is this little image right here. Let me go ahead and move this right there. Alright, so this is where it's going to get really, really strange. Do you see that? Do you see that right there? Do you see any resemblance there whatsoever? Alright. So this is where it gets really, really confusing, alright? I'm going to go ahead and pull this little thing up here. I'm going to go ahead and lock this little image here. Okay. I'm going to lock that image and this image right there. Okay. So I've looked all the images, and let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and make this full screen. Oh. Make this full screen. Alright, do you see any resemblance there? Alright, I know the lips, you may think that the lips are that way. You may think that, but you need to think again, right? So I'm going to go ahead and turn the transparency up on this, alright? Alright, so I'm going to take this original image here, and I'm going to go ahead and turn this up to 70. Alright, so it's getting closer. It's getting closer. Let's go ahead and up in it a little bit. Turn this up to 90. Alright, one sec. Let me go ahead and turn this down to 80. Does it really match up, or is it just me? I'm gonna go ahead and move this little image right there, and then I'm gonna add a chroma key here. I'm going to go ahead and add this. I'm going to go ahead and type this into 80. Oop, one sec. Let's turn this into 60. Do you see any kind of resemblance there? I'm going to go ahead and, one sec. Let's go ahead and take this little image here and all the way up to 100. It's not as close a resemblance as mine is, but I'm going to go ahead and unlock these, and I'm going to go ahead and turn that out like that. How about that? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and move that way, and I'm going to go ahead and expand this. Do you see that image? What's that? Do you see the difference there? See how the gap between the nose and the mouth is a little bit. It's a little bit lower than that. It's a little bit hot. It's a little bit lower than this mouse. Do you see that? How it's a little bit lower? Yeah, now you know it's a little bit lower than that. But really, when I put his face in here, it doesn't really match up. It doesn't. It just doesn't match up. Do you see how it's cutting in between that right there? Let's go ahead and expand this a little bit and see if we can make it a little bit better. See how it's cutting in between there? You see that? The forehead's between the mouse and the forehead, it's not matching. It's not. Let's go ahead and extend this a little bit more. Go ahead and move that up like that. Okay. It's working now. It's working. I mean, it's fitting a little bit better now. Alright. Here's where it's going to get really, really confusing here. Do you see that little gap between that nose right there? Do you see that? I know it looks like it matches, but it just doesn't. It doesn't match. Okay. Let's go ahead and make a little background here, okay? Let's do that. I'm gonna create a little bit, I'm gonna create a white background. White background portrait. Oh shoot. Oh. Alright, white background. Okay, here we go. Save image as, and alright. Let's go ahead and create an image background here. Oh shoot. Okay, I'm gonna take this right there. Okay. Oops, this. Alright, one sec. Okay, let's see here. We're gonna move this. Oh shoot. Do you see it here? Let's see. Oops. Okay, let's see. Oh, come on. Why isn't it moving? What in the world's going on here? Oh, okay, I see now. Do you see how the mouth is really much smaller than that? Do you see that? But that's no different than my head, is it? No, look at that. See how the tip of the nose is a little bit smaller than that tip right there? Do you see that? See, what people want you to think is that this is actually Jesus Christ. That's what people want you to think, alright? Alright, do you see that? Do you understand now? Okay. I'm going to show you why, okay? Show you why here. Alright. Oh, come on. You see, it doesn't match. You see that? You see how the nose is a little bit too long? I'm going to go ahead and move it up a little bit. Alright? Let's go ahead and move it up a little bit and see how that works. Let's see. Let's go ahead and move it down a little bit. Oh, come on. That's pretty annoying. Very annoying. That is very, very annoying. Oh, come on. What is going on? Okay, I see now. That makes sense. I see now. Let's go ahead and make that visible. Okay, one second. Let's go ahead and make that visible. Alright, let's go ahead and make that visible. Now let's go ahead and fit it in the face here. So we got that image too. You see, it doesn't match. You see that? It just doesn't match. It doesn't match at all. Forehead is a little bit too long. A little bit too long. I can go ahead and extend this, but what is that going to do, right? What is that going to do? Alright, let's go ahead and move this closer to the center here. Yeah, we're going to get this, alright? We're going to get this. Do you see how the mouth is out of shape? You see that? The nose is right where it's supposed to be. Let's go ahead and make this a little bit bigger here. Let's go ahead and move this a little bit closer. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this. But you're also gonna see that it's not gonna fit no matter what you do. See how that eye right there is not in the center? Do you see that? Let's go ahead and move this a little bit closer right there. A little bit further down. Let's see. I got it just right. Yeah, it kind of fits, but see how the mouth is a little bit out of place? Do you see that? Do you see that? See how it's a little bit out of place? It just doesn't fit. You know that? It just doesn't fit. Now do you understand why I'm saying this? The nose is exactly what it's supposed to be. But it just does not fit. See that? I'm going to go ahead and make this full screen. I'm going to lock all these. And set. Okay. I'm going to make this display 1. Okay, I'm going to take a screenshot of this. Alright, I'm going to take a screenshot of this. First of all, let's not do that. Let's go ahead and take this little image here and bring up the little, let's go ahead and bring this down to 50. How about that? Alright, let's do that. First of all, let's not have that little thing right there. Close that. Okay. Let's load that a little bit more. Let's try 4. Let's go ahead and a little bit lower. Let's try a little bit lower. Okay. Let's try 30. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Perfect. Alright. Let's go ahead and make this full screen. We're going to take a screenshot of this. Okay, so we're going to take a screenshot. And you're really going to see the difference here, right? You're really going to see the difference. I'm going to go ahead and take this and do print screen. I'm going to show you the difference here. Okay, here's the difference. I'm going to go ahead and go to downloads. And I'm going to go to pictures. And I'm going to go to screenshots. Alright, so first of all, I'm going to bring up this one first. Which is my head. It's the first picture. And then here's the second picture. Alright, do you see the difference there? Do you see the difference? It just doesn't match. It just doesn't. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't match. This one right over here fits absolutely perfect. But let's go ahead and make that a little bit better, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and take a photo of myself, okay? Is that alright? I'm gonna go ahead and make the display capture visible. Okay. Alright, let's try that. We're gonna do that. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take this little image right here and delete that. Oh, shoot. Oh, that wouldn't have worked anyways. Now we're okay. Let's go and add an image here, and I'm gonna go ahead and add a shoot. And so let me go to screenshots real quick. Okay, let's see. Didn't do it. It sucks. Okay, I know why I didn't do that. Let's go ahead and make this full screen. Really? Okay, let's see here. Let's try that. Okay. Oh, we took a screenshot there. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's go ahead and take this right there and go ahead and dim it out. Okay. Let's see. We didn't add the image too. Let's go and do that. Okay. Nice. Shimmy. Now I'm gonna go ahead and dim this picture. Go ahead and add a chroma key. Okay, good enough. Let's go ahead and go ahead and do that. Okay, that's not good enough. We're gonna do the same thing we did the other. We're gonna go all the way to 30. Alright, here we go. Gonna take the original image and we're going to shrink it. Alright, how's that? First of all, let's not go ahead and do that. That's a little bit weird. That's messed up. Okay, now here we go. That's it. I hate it when it locks the images like that. I hate that. It's so stupid. How do I fix that? That's really messed up. That is really, really messed up. I hate when it does that. Stupid. Like, how do I fix that? I really do hate that. Or does it just lock it like that? Oh, come on. Alright, let's see. Alright. Let's go ahead and disable that. Let's go ahead and disable align snapping because I really hate that. Okay, now there is no alignment snapping. Did you see that? What's that? Make that a little bit bigger. Do you see how it fits perfectly there? Do you see that? Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Alright. So that's a little bit better than last time. Let's go ahead and... Okay. I'm going to do full screen projector. Alright. I'm going to do this. Alright. There we go. Okay. Alright. This is where it's going to get very, very real. It's going to get very, very crazy. And you're really going to want to think twice before you do this. Alright. We got the alignment out, so I'm going to go ahead and pull that one up. I'm going to bring that over to the second screen. If it would stop doing that. Then I'm going to go ahead and pull this one up and put this on the other screen. Okay, do you see that? Do you see the resemblance there? Do you see how this one barely even fits and mine fits perfectly? You see that? Now you understand, don't you? Do you see that? Okay. Now you understand what I'm talking about here. You are gonna hate me for this, but you're not understanding why it's like this. You're not. In fact, I'm gonna show you a couple of other images of this that I actually pull up, and I'm gonna show you my YouTube video. I'm gonna show you my YouTube video. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my other account here, and then I'm gonna show you something else. Okay, I'm gonna go to my channel, and okay. Alright, so this is the video that I made about me doing it. Alright, did you see that? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and go back. It's going to continue to do that. And I really want you to see the resemblance there, okay? Did you see that? Did you really see that? You saw that, didn't you? Did you see that? Alright. You see, David already came, right? David already came. He already died on the cross. He already did all this stuff. He did all of it. But there's something that you're not getting here. There's something you're not getting. So, let's see. What was I thinking? So... Alright, let's see here. What I want to do here. Alright, one sec. Alright, one sec. What do I want to do? So you already seen what happened in Isaiah, right? You already seen that, right? But there's a huge chance that these Pharisees and these Romans were lying to you so they could get paid. And so that Satan would have all the glory in the world. But here's the thing, they're come up falling away first. What you need to understand about this is... What you need to understand about this, right? It's not Jesus or Satan that's going to fall. It's going to be the church. They're going to be falling away first. What's going to fall away first, though? The Church of Judaism, right? That's going to fall away first. You understand that? Christianity is not falling away. It's becoming more and more and more. It's not falling away. Nothing is falling away. I mean, it was already like this. And what the Bible is saying is that the Lamb would be slain from the foundation of the world, right? Which means he was never honored. Nobody ever cared about him. Nobody ever knew him. He was slain from the foundation of the world. Understand that now? Nobody knew him. But what they see in heaven right now, everybody knows him, right? But who is slain from the foundation of the world? It's not whoever's in heaven, is it? It's not. You see? It's not him. So, in fact, the one who was slain from the foundation of the world does not mean that it died and rose the third day. In fact, that makes a person look really, really good. So how does it make them be slain from the foundation of the world? Let me tell you this, alright? Alright, so, I'm not trying to prove anything here. I'm not trying to prove you wrong. I'm not trying to prove this Jesus wrong, because in fact it could be possibly be Jesus. In fact, this Shroud of Turin could be fake. I'm not proving you wrong in that, but I'm just giving you a huge hint of what Jesus actually looked like. I'm giving you a huge hint of what Jesus, who Jesus really is. Now, it does say that there would be many antichrists performing many miracles and many everything. So what you don't know is that this antichrist that performs many miracles will be ascended into heaven, trying to put himself all that is called God. But he already has, right? But let me tell you this, alright? Let me tell you this also. Alright. So if you say that this guy right here is Jesus Christ, and yeah, if you say that, you don't know what you're saying. You know that if you call this man Jesus Christ, then you're putting aside the man who was slain from the foundation of the earth, which means nobody ever knew him. His name is David, right? David was slain from the foundation of the earth. Nobody ever knew him. Nobody knew that he died on the cross, because we have a totally new religion here, right? But let me tell you this. His name was David, but he was called a different name. His name was Jesus Christ. But he came as in the body of David, which has the key of David, right? The key of David. Alright. But the God in heaven, God himself, God everywhere, the one who created the earth and the entire universe, the stars and everything, was how was I gonna say? Shoot. He opened a door that no one can shut through the Virgin Mary. Alright? And he did that every 1,000 years. But nobody ever knew that. Because 1,000 years ago, he was slain from the foundation of the earth. Nobody ever knew him. Nobody knew that David was one that was slain from the foundation of the earth. We have already read that. You already know what that is. It's in the Bible. Read it yourself. Because what you're not understanding here is that whoever this man is right here, that's not the one that was slain from the foundation of the earth. Right? You may have been, but he's not. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not understanding this. This is really, really hard to understand. Why anybody that would be on the earth, would be put on the earth, would go ahead and destroy the earth in the flesh. Honestly, that'd be kind of hard, right? That'd be pretty hard for a man in the flesh to destroy the entire earth. In fact, I wouldn't destroy anything, because I didn't come to destroy. Understand that? I want you to understand that. I didn't come to destroy this world. Even though I look like this picture, I didn't come to destroy this world. I came... In fact, if anybody came to fulfill, it's obviously not to destroy, right? So if you came to fulfill the prophecy on the earth, did this man really do that while he's in heaven? Did he really fulfill all the prophecies? In this place, as it is today, did he really do that? Not as far as I'm concerned. What it may be talking about is Jesus may turn everything in the flesh into the spirit. Maybe that's true. Maybe that's how he's going to bring peace. But it didn't say he came to bring peace, but a sword. Which means he's going to kill and turn everything into the spirit, right? Is that happening right now? No, because he's waiting on somebody to destroy so that he can fulfill, right? Yeah. But nobody's going to destroy. Alright, nobody's ever going to do that because we're on the flesh. You see that? Nobody's going to destroy the world. So no matter how many years that he's going to wait for somebody to destroy the world, it's never going to happen. Because whoever Satan is, he's going to be some supernatural being who's going to destroy the world. I have no purpose in doing that. So if I can do this, who is that one that's in heaven right now? Who is this one that Colton Burpo says is Jesus? Who is this? Right? Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video now. Thank you for watching. If you really like this, I want you to understand that it's really complicated, these things, what I'm about to tell you here. I'm going to go ahead and bring up my video capture device here. I'm going to go ahead and dim all this out. Alright, so thank you for watching, and if you really like this video, please leave a like, please subscribe, please just do whatever you want to do. I don't really care. Just, if you want to comment on this video, if you have any questions or comments, let me know, because I'm actually a very good guy. I'm not an antichrist. I'm not. In fact, I go nothing against what Christ does. I don't. I go nothing against Christ. In fact, I'm all for him. Probably because I don't destroy. Right? Right? Yeah. Right? So, whoever's trying to go ahead and kill me, whoever's trying to get me to destroy this place so that I can end up in hell, while the rest of the people go to heaven and have heaven on earth, I get to go to hell. So I get to destroy the whole world. I can go around the places like a roaring lion. No, that's a person who goes around killing people. But I'm not going to do that, because no matter how many years that you're going to wait, I'm not going to do that, because I'm not an antichrist, and I'm not a destroyer. I'm not any of those things. So however long we're going to be in the flesh, I'm going to be the man-child. I'm never going to die. But as far as I'm concerned, whenever I die, the world's never going to be destroyed. Because even if I was in the spirit, I wouldn't even destroy anything. It would be as it is. Understand that? I wouldn't go around as a roaring lion. I would go ahead and destroy all evil that stands in my way. I'm not going to just go around and destroy innocent people like maybe the one who acts like a roaring dragon would. Right? Understand that? Yeah. You understand. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording, and then I'm going to go. Alright, so thank you for watching, and bye-bye.